What's up guys? Today I'm so excited to be doing my Spider-Man Far From Home showcase. Now for this video I have Spider-Man in his regular outfit, the stealth suit, of course that Spider-Man's sporting in the scenes, and MJ and Nick Fury and Mysterio and Ned Leeds. Now these are the only 6 characters that I care to make for the movie. If I want to make any more then I'll make them after what I'll mention at the end of the video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get a better look at these all up close. So starting off with Spider-Man, this minifigure was actually quite simple to make. His torso was actually quite easy to do, and it may not look too accurate because of the Spidey symbol, but I don't mind it, it looks fine to be honest. And the legs are actually my favourite part of the minifigure, because they turned out really great. I absolutely love these legs for him. So they do wrap around all 4 sides of each leg, I guess, and that's cool. And the head is actually the one from the Spider-Man sets from the start of the year, and I think that's a great use because it works for any Spider-Man, this head does. And the arms are fully painted as well, aside from black, and I do like how the arms turn out. He has fingerless gloves as well, with the red painted on, and there's the back. And by the way, I used the same torso that this head came with as a base. I also didn't have time to make an alternative head for him because, you know, I kind of want to work on other minifigures and put this one behind me, so yeah, unfortunately no alternative head, I'll probably do it in the future. Now for the Spider-Man stealth suit, this minifigure was also fun to make. I absolutely love the end result for him as well. So the torso has sculpted elements on the front, you can see them right there, and he has sculpted lenses. Oh by the way, sorry about my camera not focusing, it'll probably happen throughout each of these segments. But the lenses are sculpted on, and I think they turned out really nice, and they're painted as well, of course. And then the little bit in the middle of the top section of the lenses, the little bit in the middle there, that's also sculpted. And then there's the back, and the back of the torso looks a bit under-detailed, but it's fine because you look at minifigures from the front mainly. He also has fingerless gloves, just like the previous Spider-Man that I just shown, and I have the skin tone painted on them, and he has minimal detail on the arms, but it works. And then he has leg detail as well, which turned out really nice. Now moving on to Peter's friends. So here is MJ, and for some reason behind the scenes of this video I kept calling her Zendaya as MJ, and even though Zendaya is playing MJ in the film, it's still weird how I keep calling her Zendaya when her name in the movie is actually MJ. Anyway, I'm using Lego's head here because it definitely works, because this side of the face definitely looks great. And I use Lego's hands as well because, let's be honest, I don't really have any hands that look like this. Because I've run out, so I use Legos. And well, this hairpiece is probably not accurate, it's the best that I have. So if you guys have any suggestions of what other hairpieces could have worked, let me know in the comments, and I'll probably try them out. But otherwise, she has an oar thing, which will probably be used in the scene when Peter and MJ are on the boat. Like, you know, in the same scene as the Hydro Man attack set. And so, yeah, I painted this thing up, which I think turned out pretty okay. Her legs had the painted shoes, and then there's nothing on the back because she has nothing on the back in the movie, I guess. So, yeah, and her torso turned out really nice as well. So, yeah. Moving on to Ned Leeds. This minifigure also turned out really nice, because originally I had a previous version of the torso that was a bit too round, because as we all know, Ned is quite chubby, so I had to sculpt a belly for him, and that's what I did here. But the previous one was so round that I just didn't really like it, so this is a second attempt. And so I'm really happy with how it turned out, along with all the design that I have. And he was actually the last figure I finished for this showcase, which kind of sucks because I was having like second done or something. But after finally getting some more blue paint, I managed to finish this guy. Otherwise he wouldn't have been in the video. I made it 5 figures. But either way, this turned out really great. There's minimal detail on his legs, but that's fine, because it definitely works for the most part. And we don't really see what's on his legs when he's wearing this outfit in the trailers. And his arms have minimal detail as well, but it gets the job done with the painted skin tone on the hands and the arms. So yes, the hands are painted with the same colour as the arms. And then the head is from Raj from the Big Bang Theory set, which I think is a perfect use for him, because it definitely works for the actor behind Ned. And the hairpiece is a Mutt Williams hairpiece, with the front cut off and resculpted. And then the coat is the same design as I used on Hellboy and a ton of other minifigures, with the stripes painted on and all that, and I think it turned out really great. But other than that, that's it for Ned. So, already moving on to the second to last minifigure of this showcase, here is Mysterio, and this guy was actually really fun to make. At first I thought he'd be like the main villain of the film, but this is not a spoiler because it's in the trailer. Apparently he's going to be working with SpiderMan, so these two are going to be teaming up in the movie, which is going to be so great, and I cannot wait to see how that happens. So I had to make Mysterio. There was no way I wasn't going to do it as well, because if LEGO hadn't made a really cool helmet, then I would have not used it and not made Mysterio look just as good as this. But LEGO managed to make a really great fishbowl piece for his head, and I even used the piece, the head that was used underneath the helmet in the set, so that was cool. But as for the rest of the minifigure, I gave him, the front top sections of the torso are all sculpted to make it look like it's part of the cape, and I think it turned out pretty nice. His arms are painted in greenish yellow colour, my own colour of those. His legs were the Bucky Infinity War legs from the Bricktober pack, and I just painted the green elements and the knee pads. And the rest of the torso is fully painted as well. His hands are painted with minimal detail on the sides of both hands. And of course he has a red cape. And fun fact behind this red cape, this little cover up here, hopefully I'll have a close up on this segment, but this little piece or part that's covered up, that was actually painted in yellow accidentally, so I had to repaint it in my own red colour, and that kind of sucks, but at least it's kind of consistent with the rest of the cape. But before I forget as well, I do have a Jake Gyllenhaal alternative head for him, so that looks pretty great. I have no idea whose head this started out as, but I used the Mutt Williams hairpiece, cut off the front, and just left it like that by painting it brown. What colour was it? Oh, it was a ginger hairpiece before, as you can see. And I painted the beard, painted the mouth, painted the eyebrows as well. And I think I got pretty close to Jake Gyllenhaal's likeness, and I'm pretty happy with it. I wouldn't really change anything with this head. But originally I did have a really weird alternative head for him, and I have that on my Instagram, so links to my Instagram, or you can find my Instagram in the description below. Just check it out if you want. And yeah. So yeah, and there'll also be some text here if I remember. But other than that, that's it for Mysterio, and he's the longest minifigure I've been talking about in this showcase so far. And here is a really half-arsed Nick Fury, just barely even anything. Literally all he is the 2012, I think, Nick Fury head with a strap that continues around all four sides, and barely anything on the back, basically nothing, and minimal design on the torso, which really just isn't anything to be proud of. I mean, it's kind of accurate, but, it's something. And the legs were Kylo Ren legs, with minimal detail as well, basically a continuation of the coat. But other than that, not much else to say really. That's why I left him till last. He's the most simplistic. I mean, compared to MJ and compared to Ned, he's very simplistic. Seriously. You look at him and, yeah. But either way, I'm still happy I managed to make him for the video, because I do care about his character, and as soon as I saw him turn up in the trailer, I was like, I have to make him. So I did, and he turned out pretty nice. And so, yeah. That's it for Nick Fury and all the minifigures in this showcase. So let's wrap this up. Okay guys, that is it for my Spider-Man Far From Home showcase. I've been really excited to make these minifigures, but I'm now glad that they're done. And if you're wondering if I'll ever make Happy Hogan, or Hydra Man, or Molten Man, I'll wait until after the movie and see, along with any other characters that I enjoy, because by the time you're watching this video, I'm probably going to be seeing the film on July 7th, which is cool because that's the day before work experience that I have to get out the way before making any other figures. So, before watching the film, just post this video because it's good, a good time to do it. But about work experience, I'm going to have like a week or two where I won't be posting any videos again, just like I done after the Mark 1 showcase, like going away for a week or two. So that sucks, but hopefully I'll find the time to post again, like after work experience. But you guys have to understand that work experience is kind of important to me, and it's something outside of doing showcases and stuff. So if I don't post for like a couple of weeks after this video or something, then it's because of work experience. But if you're excited for upcoming minifigures like after work experience, then make sure you subscribe and do all the other things that others tell you to do and stuff. Other than that, catch you guys in the next video. Peace.